What's up guys, it's me Jack and today we are back in Nimby Rails. So, first of all I am going to show you what I have done off camera for a few fixes. So, one of the first things I did was sort out this junction because the problem was there was congestion. And everything was blocked off, so yeah, that's why I had to sort of reconfigure this line. And I have solved the mystery for the cross flats and for some of these stations. So the reason why that happened is because in this line, there was no price. So obviously I somehow forgot to set the price for it, which was a little bit weird honestly, because I think I should have had done it, but that was literally the reason why this didn't happen. So obviously cross flats, Connolly, and yeah, these got sorted out at least. Steeton and Silsden. Is there any lines for this? Yeah, obviously Steeton and Silsden's also included. Steeton, Silsden, yep, and then Connolly. So obviously I think some of these stations were the main reason why that did have a bit of an issue. And I also sorted out quite a few things honestly, but off camera, because I can't resist just checking out this on my own. It's kind of crazy really. Where's my Leeds to Bradford? I need my Leeds to Skipton actually. So yeah, that's obviously the price. Obviously the reason why it didn't happen because it didn't stop at Connolly or cross flats. So obviously no profits were able to do it. So the debt problem that I had, and it may still happen now. So the stations that are having debt problem is Cottingley. For some reason, this station is going down into debt, which is a little bit odd. And then also Retford low level is also a bit of a problem. The reason why is because of high level. Obviously they get LNER trains taken over. So this is also transferring to this station. So if it went to go from Doncaster to Lincoln, they take an LNER and then transfer to the low level area and then take that train to Lincoln. That's probably why this has been happening. So yeah, so today I am going to go all the way to Scarborough today. So yeah, it's an episode 20, so we've already done 20 videos of Nimby Rails, which is an absolute lot that we have done. We've done so much in 20 episodes, and I've not been to Scarborough off camera before when I first did it. I don't think I've ever done Scarborough off camera, so yeah. So I am going to start doing the stations. It's only a very few stations because it's the semi-fast to express line. There's not really that many stations on the way, so I'm going to actually just locate where the stations are. So yeah, obviously it's not good. Obviously it's a TPE line as well, so it's Transpennine Express that goes to Scarborough. And so yeah, so the first station out of York is Moulton. So Moulton is there. We're just going to get our tracks and get the ground. So we need to exactly find. I don't think there's any much signs that I don't really know where the station exactly is. It's near an Asda apparently. So it's actually really close to an Asda. So is the station actually below or above? I need to think about it actually because it's literally where an Asda is. Where's the Lidl? It says Lidl. So there's a Morrison's car park. So it's a bit more to the left, I would say. There it is. So that is Moulton Station. So I'm going to add this as 150. Because obviously it's part of a semi-fast sort of route. I need to move that around a little bit. There we go. So that's Moulton. And now we only need to do Seamer. So Seamer is literally really close to Scarborough. So Seamer station then is it's beside a road. So it's not there. Seamer is somewhere here. Where's Seamer? So it's under that bridge here. Seamer. I'll do 150. Yeah, I think I'll use 150 for Seymour as well. And then Scarborough then. So this is one of my planned stations, and I'm going to add my own operator in. Scarborough is one of my plans that I'm going to do. So I'm going to add my length. It's like a 4 platform, I think, Scarborough. So let me get this. Let me get this backwards a little bit. 200, and then do another 200. There we go. So this is Scarborough. So yeah, as you can see, these stations are very far apart, as you can see. That's why it's like a very few stations. It's a very sparse line, like as you can see. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of track building, but not much station building. I'm gonna have to just rename Molten, so it just needs to remove this bit here. And then to Seymour, so that's not it. Seymour, and then Scarborough. Why is Scarborough not popping up? What the hell? Oh, okay. It's literally right there. Okay. Scarborough. There we go. And then I'm going to keep it as it is and turn it down to 400. And then Seymour, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And then I'll make this 150 or 200. I'll do 200 after I'll do 200. Molten, I'll keep it as it is and just turn that down to 150, I would say. So yeah, these are all of our stations already built. So now we're just going to just connect them all. So from York to Molten, so we need to go off from here. So we just need to keep that line going, because that's the part where we're expected to do it, and we're technically just entirely going through York. So we need to go past all this. We need a bridge. It's a very quiet this line is like a full-on field ton line. So when I went to Scarborough, it was a few months ago, in spring, I went to Scarborough, and when I were on train, the whole line was entirely fields. So it was a very fieldy line. A lot I saw was fields, and I was on a TPE train, class 185, and it was a pretty interesting ride to go on. It was quite an interesting ride as well. Honestly, it felt really surprisingly long. Even though I'm pretty sure TPEs, I think this line goes mostly about... I think you may go 100 miles per hour, I think, at some point in the line. Definitely where the fields are. Or at least 75-ish. I'm not really sure the speed limits of the line, but it is quite fast. But it still felt so long, because obviously it's quite a far distance to travel through. So yeah, I just need to keep that going here. I need to keep this going until there as well. I think it follows along here. And it follows along this district. I need to find where the frick I need to go here. So, what this is about here? Do we need to follow a lot? It's quite tricky actually to think about. So there's a bit of a curve here. So, this part roughly matches. But I need to do a few little curves. I need to go past Flaxton. So we'll go under a road. We'll go under here, I believe. So we need to go under the road, and then we go on through the fields. It's near them allotments as well. So I would believe this goes sort of past here. It goes there as well, so it's a bit of a weird one. Right, let me undo this a little bit. Let me just add this again. It's literally right beside some allotments. Not allotments, fields, I don't know. But yeah, we need to go through here, and then I believe we curve down this way, and then we just join it up. That's the best I can do, honestly, but yeah, and then we need to go under some kind of bridge. It's near Barton Hill. So it's a dual carriageway. We're going to sort of go under the A64, which is the road that goes from York to Scarborough. So yeah, we're going to add this here. And just keep that going a little bit. go. And then we need to get this line on. I believe it just follows along the river, more or less. This more or less would follow along the river. So let me just bring this past. I'm just going to make it go like that. It goes through here. Yep. And then we join up here. This line is surprisingly tricky to build in Nimby Rails so far. It's already quite tricky because there's no very clear signs of like where the track is going, because it is entirely fields, so no one fully knows where I'm supposed to go. There's a Kirkham. There's West Kirk. There's literally a Kirkham near Blackpool. Friggin' hell! What the hell? Why would they repetitively like name places? You know, it's like the same kind of name, and then after that we go on a really windy curve and then into Moulton. So yeah, it was quite a very scenic foresty curve that goes sort of past some villages. It kind of follows along that river here, as you can see. So I need to kind of do I need to keep myself straight on here. So right, okay, let me actually do this curve first to make it a bit clearer. It's a bit easier if I do the curve first. So it goes from Low Hutton right there. So it goes here. Right, let's go right around this way. We need to follow along that river. Very windy. Ooh, and then we go here. And then we go through that. Yeah, perfect. Right, okay. Oh. This is quite a challenging one to build, actually, guys. It's quite challenging, I would say. It's pretty challenging. And then you need to just curve around a bit more, I would say. A bit more like a circle. It is similar to a circle, it looks like. And then, yeah, that's the curve right there. And then you need to join it up somehow. So, I guess you would just build it going. And I guess this is this forest part of interest here? Maybe not. It's like in triangular shape, but I don't think that's in any interest. Let me just go here. It goes under a road, so that's definitely clear. And then I need to go under this on this road. It looks like we've got some level crossings as well in this line. I'm gonna make this like a bridge. Even though it's not a bridge in real life. Right, that was hard. That was quite hard. Does it look roughly accurate? It kinda does, honestly. It looks quite accurate. And I think on the way to Seam is gonna be also pretty tricky because again, fields, as you can see, it's just bland fields, as you can see. I think there is traces of the line as well, so we'll see how that goes. Right, let's go up here this way. Right. I think we're maybe meant to cross that river at some point. There was a point I think we had to cross the river, and it's actually just after we leave sort of Low Hutton. We need to do a bit of a bridge here, and then go over that, and then go or fall along the other side of the river, and then connect onto Moulton. So we need to go here. Right, Moulton. So that's one. We got one station, 2 more to go. So yeah, this is probably the longest point of the line between Moulton and Seamer because it is quite long actually. And then we got a nice curve down this way, down that way into York. So yeah, we need to keep going. So let's go out of Moulton and let's go on. Next stop, Seamer. So how was I supposed to build through that actually? Because that is so awkward. Right, we need to just do that and then go or follow along this bit here. So We need to go around this way and then go here. Right, okay, there we go. And then we need to go under whatever this is. That's A64 most likely. It's definitely probably the A64. And then I think you follow along this bit here. You kind of curve and then you go back again. And I think it's a very straight. It's pretty straight. And the next bits are quite straight. I'm actually going to find pieces of the line like I did for the Penistone line. So where do we have the next bit there? So we've got this little underground bit near that junction. And then... right. Oh, this is fields. Fields and more fields. Could that be counts as a part? It could be, actually. I'm just gonna do random curves so it kind of follows along with the forests. And I think it's just a straight line. Mostly just a straight line. That's actually similar-ish. Because that is a long straight, but is this meant to be like that? I don't think it's meant to be like that. Not like supposed to be like a curve like. It's not supposed to be like that. I think it's just a straight curve like that. So I need to actually remove. Oops, no, I did not mean to do that. Wait a sec. Let me just reconnect that. That's not straight now. Let me just delete this bit of the line here. So it's meant to be a bit more like straight through like that. It's supposed to do that, not doing that. And then we're gonna head sort of near Yeddingham, so that's kind of as well. Oops. Right. Okay. We need to go under at some point a road. So right, let's go here. Is this part here? This has to be for the line, I think. That little hole, like, between it. And then we need to go another very, very straight bit here. We've got some straight parts in this line. Very straight. Like, if there was an express down there, it would be really, really quick. And then we would go, now, after some point, curve a bit more. So, we need to keep going straight on the line. And then we curve. I think we curve here. And then we go on. We're near a roundabout as well. It's not meant to be that close, actually. Let me go down, down, down. Let me actually do a bit more early. It's a bit more early. And then there we go. Now to fall along the road. Seamer, and then we go under that massive roundabout. And then cross a bit of Scarborough. And then across a bit of its residential areas and then into Scarborough. So, we're just going to curve this. Oh, wait, what's the conflict going on here? So, what's going on here? What the heck? Right, what do I do here? Delete. Deleting is probably the answer right now. So, we would do curve like here. And then do a bit of a bridge. And then go back into ground. And then let's go sort of like this. There we go. And then now we keep going on to Scarborough. So we're going to go down this way. Follow along these massive lakes. And then Northern Gas Networks. Right, we're going to cross here. Cross there, go round, round and round, and there we go. We now just need to, now we need to just join them up, like, just simply like that. And then yes, Scarborough, we've done it. So we've got our line built. Does this look any similar? I'm not gonna lie, it does. It actually does look quite similar. That was a hard line to build. I'm not going to lie to you, that was tricky. And then, how long are we in the video right now? How long are we in? 19 minutes. Could we do something else maybe? I think what we could also do is do this bit here for like York. I think we could do that bit here as well. So, we can go. Yeah, I think we're going to do this bit as well. Connect on to Castleville. Oh yeah, we could actually expand that line from Huddersfield to Castleford to York. So yeah, we can do that actually. So we can go to York via Sherburn and Elmet. We'll do that after. So we're just going to do that and then build. We're just going to get all of our signals on. So yeah, this is going to be very, very TPE based today. So let's go. Oops, right, no, not there. Like that. Right, into Seamer, and then go down this very, very confusing area. Very, very straight. Yeah, it's very empty and boring, like, it looks quite boring around here, obviously. Like, why can't they actually maybe just simulate fields in the game? They could try do that, instead of just making it look boring, like dull, you know? And then we're gonna do is curve the hell of a windy area off the line. Just gonna do this, right, and then that. Now, enter sort of past Malton. We've just passed Malton. We're gonna head now into York. Yeah. Oh, yep, and then go here. There we go. So yeah, that line did not take very long to build. I'm not gonna lie, because it was not very windy. That was the only windy bit there, but like, it's not like these lines, you know, where there's tons of winding. Like, all this is a lot more. Like, this is a lot more windier than this. This is straight. So, like, very straight. There we go. And now we're just going to do a bit of this. So, we're going to expand down this way. Sort of go. Right, let's go down there. Through. That's not asking. Sherburn and Elmet. And then we're doing another one of them junctions again. So, we branch down this way. I don't really know where most of these lines even lead to though as well. So that's from Micklefield. So that's the leads. Is that not the leads to Selby line? Or is that the leads to Hull? Is that for one of them? I think leads to Selby or leads to Hull. So we're just gonna expand down this way. Right. Let's go down this way. Ooh, right. Let's go here. I'm just gonna do. It's a bit like the episode 13 when we did these other connections around Doncaster, like the unnecessary connections. Like, they're not too necessary, but they could be, you know. So yes, this is the Selby line that goes, I think, to that. It does end up in Hull, but it goes via Selby instead of Gould. So yeah, it goes down to Howden, and then it links up to that line where Gilby Dyke is, Gilby Dyke, and then go down full along the Humberside, and then into Hessel, then to Hull, and then Brough, and then Hull. So yeah, we're going to now just expand this way downwards, and now, right. I've been speaking quite a bit this video, I'm not gonna lie. I just like building some lines, certain lines, you know. It's quite interesting, especially the ones I've actually been to before, like Scarborough and stuff. It's quite a nice line to build, actually, but tricky and a bit boring at the same time. But yeah, then we got another friggin' junction right there. Where the hell did that lead to? That goes down to oh, that's for the Grand Centrals, where they go from Sunderland to London. So it's that line, that Grand Central line. And then we go. It says a bridge. Maybe. Actually, let me check. It's a bridge where Nottingham is. It links to that line. Here. There we go. There's a lot of freaking connections. Oh my god. Right, we're actually building a lot right now. Is this a bridge? It's most likely a bridge that goes. Right, no, it's not. Oh, it doesn't really do anything though. But there's a bit of a tunnel after we. Is it before or after the playground? Was it not supposed to be there actually? And then we go. That's a bit of a tunnel, a small tunnel there, and then we go here. I get where that's leading to actually. Let me do that. Oh, right. Build the bridge. It's not the best one I've ever done in my life, but I tried. So that goes down this way. What is this bit here? So that's a bridge. So this here is a bridge. And the bloody Google Maps satellite, it looks like there's a freight train going through that bridge. So yeah. Okay, and then we go down here. And then we branch and link it to the Snaith line. That's what we did in episode 14, I think. Episode 15 or episode 14, I believe. It's one of them. It's one of the new episodes I did when I finished my break. It's that episode. It's literally that one episode. And then we go under this bit here. And then we bridge here. And then we need to do another line. This is a very bizarre episode already. Like, this already seems so freaking bizarre. Like, bloody hell. Right. There's another branch that connects to Castleford. It's that one here. So expand. That's the one I'm going to actually expand that one TPE line to. So that involves Sherburn and Elmet as well. Did I just pass a station? Freaking hell! I was meant to put a station there. Oh, right. I need to delete that bit here. I need to delete that. Delete. Sorry, but that was wrong. I was meant to put a station there, Shelburne and Elmlet. So I guess I am putting some other stations on there. 120. I guess that'll be enough for that. So yeah, let's link that up. Oh, there we go, and then we go now downwards to or southwards to that other junction. We need to do this over here. There we go. I'm going to expand this out a little bit. That's not a freeway junction though, guys. This is not like a freeway junction. It'll just be that. It's so bizarre, but I'd try. This may not get congested in the future. And now let's expand ourselves down to Doncaster. There's so many lines. Like, actually. So this is where I believe the Grand Central, or is that a whole different area? Oh god. Right, let me get the line up. How does it go? So like, it goes. Right, so actually it's way past Nottingham. It goes actually no sort of. It goes past a bit of Selby as well. No, what? Okay. It's this here. It's that straight here, near sort of, and then we're gonna cross a bit of near Hensall, between Hensall and Eggborough. So, yeah. Actually, no, it's actually just after Hensall. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. My mind's going somewhere else. Oh, forget what I said at this point. Right, let's see where this line leads. Oh yeah, it goes to southern side of Pontefract Baghill. That goes to. That's another Pontefract station. So yeah, this is a huge expansion I've done here. That is a huge expansion. I just need to finish off whatever this was. So let me build this here. It's a very, very also straight. It's very straight as well. And then do a bit of a bridge there. And then that's a bridge here. Right, let me freaking check. So there's a junction. There is literally a junction. Right. Temple, near where Templehurst is, there is a branch. It's just past where Templehurst is. So, oh god, right, there's a lot to think about here. Oh, what the frick was that? Right. What the hell? Right. That's so off in some way. That is off. That's way off. What the hell? Right, let me do this again. Build a bridge. And then there is the branch, like the actual branch of the line. This apparently says this bit here is residential, but there's practically nothing there. Like we're near a church. Courtney. That's a little bit away from that. Then I build the freaking bridge here. We need to cross around here this way and then down back to ground. And then we do the same exact thing for this here. They're all separate bridges as well, so yeah. Why the frick was that part 2 one track then? That bit there was literally one track. Okay, I'm not gonna do it like that actually, I'll just keep it 2 track. There's no point on that. That just didn't need to happen. So, and then I'll go straight on forwards for this bit here. Right, and then we connect on to this bit here. And then that's the point where this bit of express line gets a bit of a branch. So, right, this is already costing a lot of money. And it's already felt like, this actually felt so long already. I don't know why. Like the Scarborough line did not feel that long, but this did. I need to, right, I was supposed to follow this here. Not the forest we'll go through and then we'll go down this way. Right, we've got this bit to deal with then. So this bit is straight, yes, and this is another awkward junction. So, I'm going to expand this line. That should have been a bridge at this point. Actually, no, that's the bridge. What the frick? Alright, there's already been a bit of conflict here. Oh. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? And then here, I need to cross the bridge. Right, that's not supposed to be there either. There we go. Bloody hell. This already felt like hard work, but this is all I've done. Right, let's keep going. Right, okay, we need to now just continue on that line. So there we go. There we go, and then now we need to do a over branch line. Like there. Oops, wait now. There we go. Perfect. So we've got this junction over it. This is... A lot of these junctions are so similar. Like, look at this. This is atrocious. Like, look at that. Like, a lot of them are so freaking atrocious. And this is the main hub. Like, look at that. This is an absolute disaster of what we built here. Proper disaster. But what the hell is this? That has nothing to do with any lines here at all. I doubt it does anyway. I don't think it does. And yeah, all these are more unnecessary connections. So, at least we got this linked up. So, is that the only thing I needed to do? I think so. I would say so, actually, because, well, oh, I need to do this bit as well for Castleford. So, alright, let me take this down a bit. So yeah, it continued. So this bit there has never ever been used to. It just never exactly, like, it wasn't used, you know, until TPE started taking over this bit of the line. So yeah, so for Sherburne and Elmlet, there's only lines that go from Scarborough as well to York. The most awkward line I think ever. But the best thing I can maybe do is add that TPE line into Sherburne and Elmlet as well. So yeah, that's what I think I'll do. So yeah, that's what I'm planning. And then I think I'll stop at Church Fenton and then to York. So yeah, I think that's what I should do. And this is more of a sort of more regional line, more regional-ish line. So obviously it's not semi-fast-ish, but so I just sort of found out that the Leeds to Nottingham sort of line isn't semi-fast, and I guess you could say that because there are a lot of other stopping stations in the way, but you just pass quite a few stations. It would make sense, like, if a semi-fast was obviously. So the Leeds to Nottingham line is considered a limited stop line kind of thing. So yeah, and also the Leeds to Lincoln is similar as well, I would say. So yeah, I'm just gonna cross this bridge and keep it going. Okay, that's a bridge, I would believe. It probably, most of them are most likely bridges. I don't think it could be anything else except a bridge, on motorways particularly, because we've never seen tunnels except for like this bit here. Just for that bit. Obviously, it's not often, but it's not mostly because of the motorway, or is it? It kind of is because, but obviously because there's the services down there, it would make sense for that just to be a tunnel, so it doesn't disturb anything. Because everyone's busy, and yeah, and this is all obviously underground, so it doesn't. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm not going to expand to Selby at all for a while, and yeah. Finally, this is 95 million that I've just bloody built. So I just need to signal this. How freaking long have I made this video already? 40 minutes. So the thing I'm just going to do now is just signal this bit, make the lines, and then just count out all the stations that I've just built. I need to configure Sherbin and Elmlet first. Let me rename that. There we go. And then I'll keep it as it is and turn it down to 150. So there we go, and that's it. So there we go. Should I expand Church Fenton maybe a little bit? I should actually. I think I'll do a bit more for Church Fenton. A bit more for Ulskelf as well, I would say. Maybe a teeny tiny bit more for Ulskelf. So there we go. So yeah, there we go. So Sherbin and Elmlet, and now I'm just gonna shut up for a sec. I'm going to just turn off my mic because I need to shut up for a little bit. I'm so sorry. I think I did that a little bit too early. It looks a bit early. I don't think I was meant to do it that early, but I'll just keep it as it is. Honestly, I don't care. Right, I think I've finished all my signalling, as you can see. It literally looks like city lights on roads and stuff. That's what this would remind me of. The literal city lights. Of all these literal... It literally looks like lights. Like, if you're like in a plane, if you view something, you see these kind of like lights and dots. Because obviously like lamps and stuff in roads. Like in the roads here. So, yes, we are now going to expand and make a new line. So... I'm going to make this a bit more expensive, maybe to like £12, and I am going to now add on, so Mirfield, Whitfield, Kirkgate, Normanton, Castleford, and then to Sherburn and Elmlet, and then Church Fenton. I'm going to do it. Right, I might have to do this platform here. I guess that's a good use for it actually, and then into York. Let me do this platform here. Then back down to Church Fenton. And then to now Sherburn and then down back to Castleford. Is it meant to be that platform? No, I don't think so. Let me actually redo Castleford. Because obviously that was like a terminus before, so... Right, Normanton, York, Castleford. So, with Mirfield, Whitfield, Kirkgate, Normanton, and then I need to go to Castleford. And then do that back. So, Normanton, Sherburn and Elmlet, and then to Normanton. There we go. So, yeah, this is Castleford, and then it goes all the way down. So, this is the entire line here. So, I'm just going to turn this to YRK, and then do a bracket. CFD. Where's the freaking line? Oh, God. I think at this point I should do TPE, because I think this is a little bit too long. Huddersfield to York via Castleford, and then do the same thing here. Just turn this to TPE. Oh, not question mark. TPE. And then Huddersfield to Leeds. There we go. So yes, this is the new line on feature. Now, time to do the line we've been waiting for a while. I'm going to turn this to, obviously, the TP purple, this colour. So, I'm going to name it first, TPE Huddersfield. Oh, wait, oh my god, Huddersfield to Scarborough. There we go, and then we do TPE HDS to S keep B H. Is that good for Scarborough? Scarborough. It makes sense because that's the start of a word, that's an end of a word, that's the start of a word. That makes sense actually. Or should I do an R in between? I think I should do an R between here. I should do an R in between. Maybe that would work better. So that would be £35. And then do 0.03. Actually, I'll do 0.02. Because this is more semi-fast themed. It's a bit more semi-fast. Passenger service. And then now in from Huddersfield. So we're going to start from this station. So first station, Dewsbury. And then to Leeds. And then down up to York. So we need to do this platform here. Should I do that platform? No, I'll do platform 3. And then go down, up. Oh my god. Down, up to Malta. Sorry guys. I'm an idiot. Seamer and then to Scarborough. This platform here. And then back down to Seamer. And then to Malton. York. And then to Leeds. And then Dewsbury. Then Huddersfield. There we go. Dewsbury, Leeds, York, Malton, Seamer, Scarborough. Seamer, Malton, York, Leeds, Dewsbury. There we go. So, we've got this whole thing right there. We've done it. So now we're just going to add the trains for the line. So, I need a class 185. I'm going to do a double class 185 because obviously it's going to be expanded to Manchester Victoria eventually. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, let me add my train on there. Not this train. Class 185. I'm not doing a 397 yet. I'm not going to do it yet. It's 397. Right, 185. Demuse, there we go. Double. That's the only variance we have. So, we're going to have 4 for this line. TPE, Huddersfield, Scarborough. I think I should make that a bit darker. And then there we go. I'm gonna put this line a bit darker, more like that. That would make sense. There we go. So let's get our thing sped up. I should add my timings actually for this, because obviously that's going to affect something. So I'm going to add this for a minute 30. Ooh, a minute 30. There we go. Now let's try this again. Right, no debts. That's great. That's amazing. But I'm going to still wait one more day, because obviously that's not fully fair. So I'm going to just let another day pass. I'm going to let another day pass by. Right. Right, it's just takes so freaking long. Yeah, because obviously we're getting more and more stuff into our systems. So, let's get it. So, there we go. Is that currently? That's Saturday. Right. So, the yesterday. So, this is looking good. Except for Shire Oaks, apparently. That's having a problem again. I don't know why. That is so weird though. But I've already added that line for a reason, so let's get freaking started then. Leeds 1 to 6, Doncaster, Leeds 7 to 10, Sheffield, Wakefield Westgate, York, Newark Northgate, Harrogate, Huddersfield, Wakefield Kirkgate, Bradford Interchange, Nottingham, Derby, Chesterfield, Shipley 1, 2 and 3, Lincoln, Cayley, Scarborough, Halifax, Barnsley, Mirfield, Horsforth, Dewsbury, Pontefract Monkhill, Gainsborough Lee Road, Shipley 3W and 4, Bradford Foster Square, Rotherham Central, Mansfield Woodhouse, Meadowhall 3 and 4, Worksop, Retford, Deaton, Mansfield, Sutton Parkway, Meadowhall 1 and 2, Castleford, Skipton, Shirebrook, Darnell, Moulton, Goole, Woodhouse, Langley Mill, Kirkby and Ashfield, Kiverton Bridge, Bingley, what's the hell? Bingley. Moorthorpe, Normanton, Swinton, Bentley, Bulwell, Morley, Bastley, Crossgate, Adwick, Hucknall, Nottingley, Nesborough, Highcombe, Chapeltown, Steeton and Silsden, Alfreton, Seamer, Brighouse, Fitzwilliam, Thorn North, Mexborough, Guiseley, Poppleton, Dronfield, Long Eaton, Kirstal Forge, Conisborough, Upper Ridley Bridge, Elsica, Aldwood, Goldthorpe, Hatfield and Stainforth, Ilkley, Ravensthorpe, Darton, Featherstone, Starbeck, Lowmore, Garforth. Where the frick? It's just so hard to track. Where the hell did I go? Garforth. Saxelby, Bolton upon Dearne, Belper, Soundhill and Agbrigg, Woodlesford, Fernscoe, Baildon, Sherburn and Elmlet, Ilkeston, East Garforth, Cresswell, Berlin Wharfsdale, Crossflat, Connolly, Penistone, Spondon, Church Fenton, New Pudsey, Langwith Whaley Fawns, Saltaire, Whitwell, Beeston, Menston, Bramley, Lockwood, Cottingley, South Elmsall, Pontefract Tanshell, Duffield, Wombwell, Dordrecht, Friskinall, Burley Park, Hornbeam Park, Pannell, Glasshooton, Shepley, Snaith, Kevington Park, Micklefield, Benridding, Attenborough, Denbydale, Rawcliffe, Newstead, Street House, right. Retford Low Level, Whitley Bridge, Ullerskelf, Cattle, Headingley, Collingham, Wheaton, Berrybrow, Silkton Common, Brockholes, Hammerton, Kirksandall, Hensall, Swinderby, Hunley, Stocksmore, Dolan Topley, and then Shire Oaks. Naughty Shire Oaks. You're so naughty. What the hell? Dodder? What the frick's going on with Dodder right now? What the hell? What's happened to Dodder? Hey yo? The hell? Dodder? What's going on with you? What the heck? Right. I'll expand it out a bit more actually to Gilroyd. Maybe that's what it needs. There we go. Yeah, because obviously I think that's maybe why, because it's probably not enough space exactly. Dodder's doing fine now. Perfect. So, this is nice. I love this. So yeah, this is the new line to Scarborough. Look at this attraction. I need to find where the branch is, so I go via Filey. So that is the line that goes to Hull. So where's that branch? I think it's there. Let me actually add that branch into it. Oh, right. Let me just add this here. I believe that's where it is. I believe that's where it starts. There we go. Now we'll just do a bit of a build and then add signals into it. Perfect. There we freaking go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe on if you want to, and I'll see you later on Cooking Simulator. So obviously, since I've rearranged things, I'm going to do things in a way more different order. So on today, I've just did Nimby Rails, and I'm gonna do Cooking Simulator. Tomorrow, I'm going to do Supermarket Simulator and Transport Fever 2. And then next week, I'm going to do, on that Thursday, I'm going to do Water Park World. And on Friday, I'm going to do Restaurant Tycoon 3. And then, that next Saturday, I'm going to do, next Saturday, OMSI 2. So, actually no, I'll do Stafford County Railway next Saturday. And then next Sunday, I'm going to do... No. Actually, no. On Saturday, I'll do OMSI. And then on Sunday, I will do... for God's sake, how can I forget? I'll do SER on Sunday. I'll do bloody... Saturday, OMSI 2, Add-on London. It's Add-on London we're going to do next. It's going to be probably very disastrous. I've not done it in a month, honestly. It says a month ago I have made my first video on Add-on London in OMSI 2. It's a really, really, like, a detailed, hard map with all that traffic and that. So, we may have a hard time on next Saturday. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you guys glad you enjoyed this video. See yous.